says I'm live again. But it's not saying I'm live on my channel. Hmm. It hurts my feelings. Go back to home. So, let's see. I am trying to figure out what's going on here, but I don't think I can. I think it's broken. I think I broke it. Ain't got no gas in it. Oh, now it's showing me live. Okay, cool. Now I'm live. All right, cool. My audio's off. And now I can go back here. Great. That should be working perfectly. That should be off. Alright, and now I can transition that, and that's all screwy. Hold on, let's fix that again. I am trying to juggle a few things at once. Hold on. Beep. Here, I'll put that over there. And I will lower my pixels. Let's see how that looks. Looking better-ish. Almost gooder. Alright, that's good enough for government work. Right, I'm taking Rick Sanchez out of the campaign because Rick Sanchez isn't cool enough for him. Here we can go. Co-host? Guest host? Alright, so the first thing I need is that link. Create a new character. My character's name is Batman. Okay, here it's not showing full screen though. But I bet you if I go here and I go full screen, will it go back to full screen over there? That's a question. Alright, cool. That is back to full screen. So we'll go with that. Alright. I'm making Batman.
clue that in 2023, the best way to make money on Amazon is not with physical products.
I'm Batman.
Sure to come back and check in, see what's new. Let's go ahead and start off the build. Batman and Bruce Wayne are obviously human, so we will take human as our race, and we're going to go with the variant human so we can get a feat while we're at it. Batman is...
Alright, so we're going human variant. Human variant. Languages, you can speak, read, common, woohoo, and one extra language. I get 2 different abilities. I can gain proficiency in 1 skill, and I can choose a feat. Alright, hold on. That's what I want so far, yes.
is known as the world's greatest detective, so we need that intelligence and we need the dexterity for all the stealthy goodness we're going to be getting into. As far as stats, we have a 10 in strength, which is pretty baseline, and I know Batman works out a hell of a lot. Batfleck especially is beefy as all hell. But compared to other folks in the DC universe, he's pretty average. So we're going to leave that as a 10. Dexterity, we're going to put 15 points into, and then takes decent care of himself, unless you're talking about old man Batman, who's ready to fall apart. So we'll just keep that at a... There are ways a billionaire can do it other than dressing up and pummeling bad guys to death. Or almost to death. Charisma was hard to give up. He does, and creepy nature of Batman will do that for us. So now the feat. As far as a feat, this is a little difficult, but I'm going to go with the new Fighting Initiate feat that was released in some of the more...
Okay, so we're going for Fighting Initiate.
recent books. That way we give Batman a fighting style, and of course we're going to go with unarmed fighting. He knows how to punch people, and we don't have enough
and unarmed fighting.
wisdom to dip into monk, so let's just take that from fighter. Now when it comes to background, this is a huge toss-up, but I then talking about old man Bat. Other folks in the DC universe, he's our race, and we're going to go with the variant human so we can get a feat while we're at it. Batman is known as the world's greatest detective, so we need that intelligence and we need the dexterity for all the stealthy goodness we're going to be getting into. As far as stats, we have a 10 in strength, which is pretty baseline, and I know Batman works out a hell of a lot. Batfleck especially is beefy as all hell. But compared to other folks in the DC universe, he's pretty average. So we're going to leave that as a 10. Dexterity, we're going to put 15 points into, and then you get that +1 from your human background. So that brings it up to 16. Constitution, he takes decent care of himself, unless you're talking about old man Batman, who's ready to fall apart. So we'll just keep that at a 14. So he's not too squishy, but still can take a couple hits. Intelligence, we're going to buff that up to 15, and then it gets boosted again from the human variant, which brings him out to 16. Now, wisdom and charisma, I completely left at 8, and there are real reasons behind this. One, Bruce Wayne is rich as hell. If he wanted to fight crime in Gotham, I'm sure there are ways a billionaire can do it other than dressing up and pummeling bad guys to death. Or almost to death. Charisma was hard to give up. He does have a tendency to pretend he's not, or is intimidation, but hopefully just the pure stealthy and creepy nature of Batman will do that for us. So now the feat. As far as a feat, this is a little difficult, but I'm going to go with the new Fighting Initiate feat that was released in some of the more recent books. That way we give Batman a fighting style, and of course we're going to go with unarmed fighting. He knows how to punch people, and we don't have enough wisdom to dip into monk, so let's just take that from fighter. Now when it comes to background, this is a huge toss-up, but I do know what I'm going to go with. The initial background I wanted to go with was Noble, because he is known as the Crown Prince of Gotham. He's born with a silver spoon in his mouth and all of that. And just to make it a little extra difficult, there's even a noble variant called Knight, and Batman is a Dark Knight, and it's so hard to fight against this. But there is something from Curse of Strahd as far as a background that works a little bit better.
Yes,
and we're going to go
I
with
agree.
the
Curse of
Haunted
Strahd's
One
background
background.
is better,
This will
but
give
I
you
need different
proficiency
stuff for the
in
background.
honor of someone you love. One
That's what we
exotic
should be talking
language.
about.
One of which is Undercommon, which sounds somewhat fit of special significance. You can choose one or roll on the Gothic trinkets available from this book. The book is Curse of Strahd, an entire book about a vampire, aka a lot of bat stuff, in a Gothic setting. So let's just roll with it. You also get a set of common clothes for whenever you don't want to be Batman and you want to pretend to be Bruce Wayne. You also get one other language from your human features. And from that, I would probably go with Elvish, because there is high elves and
Okay, so for language, he speaks Elvish.
they tend to deal a lot with nobility. So that seems pretty fitting. So with our human background, we're going to go ahead and just take acrobatics, because you do have to do a lot of jumping and flipping around, and it just makes sense. Then let's jump into level 1.
Okay, so he said skills acrobatics. I think.
And of course, right at the start of Bruce Wayne's story, he treks up a mountain and goes and hangs out with the League of Shadows. And what seems more fitting than Rogue for that? With Rogue, we get a few more skill proficiencies. And saving throws in dexterity and intelligence. He's going to be able to disarm traps with his thieves' tools. He gets proficiency in simple weapons, hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, and short swords. But we're not going to worry about most of those other than hand crossbows and simple weapons. As far as skills, we're going to go ahead and add in athletics in
Okay.
Intimidation, perception, and stealth. Because you
Ooh, hold on. Athletics, investigation, investigation, survival, athletics, stealth, then acrobatics. Okay, manual. I want. You gave those way back here. Hold on a second. 10, 16, 14, 16. 10 for strength, 16 for dexterity. What was it? 14, 16, 8, and 8. 16, 8, and 8. Okay. For background, we took Curse of Joker became the number 6 member on the team. I didn't know there was a number 1 member on the team. I didn't even know I had a team. Thank you. I also have to probably look over here on YouTube as well. Nobody's talking on YouTube. I think I'm the only one on YouTube right now. Yep. All right, so back to here.
you can't be Batman without stealth. At level 1, you also get expertise in 2 of your skill proficiencies. You can choose your thieves' tools, but we're definitely not going to do that in this situation. What we're going to go with the Haunted One background.
The
This
haunted one.
will give you proficiency in investigation, which we really need as the world's greatest detective. And there is even a list of harrowing events that you can pick from. Of that harrowing event list, all the way down at number 10, there is an event that specifically describes it as you did terrible things to avenge the murder of someone you loved. You became a monster, and it haunts your waking dreams, which seems super fitting for a man haunted by the image of bats and cannot stop dreaming of his parents' murder in an alley. This also gives you another ability called Heart of Darkness. Those who look into your eyes can see that you have faced unimaginable horror and that you are no stranger to darkness. Though they might fear you, commoners will extend you every courtesy and do their utmost to help you. That seems pretty fitting And under suggested characteristics, we have the ideals of logic, determination, or selflessness, or even greater good. They all really fit Batman well, so you can kind of pick and choose whatever you want, unless you want to customize your own. When it comes to flaws, number 5, we have I am a purveyor of doom and gloom, who lives in a world
Sorry,
without
back.
hope. That seems pretty straightforward. And
Randy's life.
bonds,
I
we
should try
have
to
number
read
2, which is I would sacrifice my life and my soul to protect the innocent. The Haunted One background will give you proficiency in investigation and survival, which seem pretty fitting. You also get to choose one exotic language, one of which is Undercommon, which sounds somewhat fitting. It's just the underbelly of Gotham. So let's just go.
Okay, can you hear me? You're stuffing your face? Uh, Hold on, I'm trying to get my headphones to connect. One sec. Wait, what happened? All right. Oh no. This is never going to end well. All right, there. I fixed it. Just go like this off camera. Hey, Big C. Just a little hungry? I mean, it's fine that you're hungry. Okay. I don't think I've seen you eat today yet either. I remember you were live this morning in bed, and then you got up and you ran to the orthodontist, and you got home, and you took care of a tree, and you flipped your bush. Uh oh. Weird. Up, up. Yep. We got two dead bulbs on the ground. So has Joker hopped in the shower yet? Did Joker hop? Did Joker hop in the shower yet?